Hello, welcome to Plant-Based Large Family. Today's going to be more of a what we're harvesting, because that's basically all we've done this week in the garden is harvest, which is good. We don't have anything to weed. I have planted some peas, spinach, lettuce, carrots, beets. I think that's it for the fall garden. But I'll show you when we're done with this garden tour what we've really been working on this week. That big tunnel, you saw me plant carrots and beets. I'm not going to uncover that right now. Maybe next week I'll uncover it and show you if they're coming up or not. In this tunnel, I have lettuce, kale, and then all the stuff that I'm going to transplant. I don't know when I'm going to transplant it. Maybe in a month or so. These are all my brassicas. So lots of broccoli, cabbages, things like that I planted at the beginning of the summer. And they're still doing well. And I will transplant them into full sun. I think I do it in September, but I'll have to look at my notes. And that's the only way I've been able to get broccoli here in 7B, North Carolina. The spring, it just doesn't work out. So, and I can't grow anything inside. I don't have room. I don't have, grow lights or anything like that. But anyway, the lettuce, I just cut some today. So we're not getting a ton of lettuce, but, it is August, so I planted some more. There's some kale. That's what's underneath this tunnel. We have been harvesting a good amount of eggplant. We absolutely love eating eggplant. The tomatoes have slowed down. I don't know if it's maybe because I don't prune. I guess that's a possibility. Just a choice I've made. Or if it's just because it's been in the hundreds or 90s. That might be a possibility as to why they've slowed down a little bit. But I don't care. We're still getting plenty for fresh eating. And that's all I'm focused on this year. Carrots. We are harvesting carrots for coleslaw and for just fresh eating. Since we haven't been harvesting as many peppers or cucumbers. And so at lunch we eat whatever's in season that we can eat fresh. So we eat in the spring, we eat peas and carrots. Then in the summer, we eat peppers and cucumbers. And since those have been slow, we're back to eating carrots. Okay, raspberries. See if we can't look through the netting to find the raspberries. Walk around here. We've been harvesting raspberries. You just have to take my word for it. I'll show you pictures. They're giving us a good fall crop. The strawberries seem to be about done, though. I do see some strawberry flowers. So maybe they just don't produce in the August heat. Maybe they'll produce in September. We'll just have to see. What else? I planted peas here. They're starting to come up. Underneath there is lettuce and spinach. Wherever we have our netting and our scare tape, everything seems to be good to go, keeping the crows away. That cantaloupe might be ready soon. So the watermelon and the cantaloupes are doing well. What else? Over there I planted some spaghetti squash, which I see some, and some patty pan, which I see some, and so I'll have to go harvest those in just a second. Over here I planted some more beans, some snaps, and what else? Spinach, I think. We're in a bit of a lull for the asparagus, but I think we'll probably harvest some more later in the month. I am not a big fan of morning glories, but my son loves them and he planted it, so that's what that is. Well, I do see some. Let's see. Here's one. Can you see it? Here's one. I'll pull that today. We'll have that tonight for supper. And then see some little green ones, but those are the ones I planted by seed last year. So I think I'm going to let those go. We'll eat this one lone asparagus. We're still eating a good amount of pesto, which I love. Okay, from over in this patch, which is right next to the raspberries, I've got spaghetti squash, patty pan squash, and zucchini. Some raspberries over there. Those are supposed to be June-bearing raspberries. Like, just, they bear once a year, but they're bearing again. So, I don't know. I'll take it. And then, these are all netted in to keep them safe from the birds. But anyway, that is the garden tour for today. And next, I'll show you what we've been working really hard on this week. What we've been working on this week is cutting down weeds. This whole, this is the main run, the big run for the chickens, but underneath the weeds is just dirt. There's no grass. I mean, there's, like, you can see the little sprig of grass sticking up. There are a couple of those, but most of it was just weeds taller than me. You can see past the fencing. That's how tall the weeds were. So they were just shading out all of the sun, which right now it's in shade, but it's morning. It does get sun. So what I'd like to do is go through and rake it up, like, not rake it up, we've thrown everything out, but, you know, disturb the soil and reseed, but it would take us, I think, like, what, 3 months for the grass to grow tall enough to where the chickens wouldn't, you know, kill it, so it wouldn't be baby grass, and I don't think they have 3 months in their other run. So, I don't know, I mean, this is better than nothing, but if we can't figure something out for grass for them, they're not going to be able to move into here. I mean, this isn't going to sustain them. It's just dirt and weeds. But anyway, that's what we've been working on this week. And we did this run with the mama and her chick. And we cut down everything in this run. But there's still plenty of grass, you can see. But we cut everything down and threw it out. So, I mean, they're good for right now. I just don't know how long they'll be good for, you know? So, part of me thinks, you know, buy some cheap seed, just kind of see what happens and see what we can do. But fig trees. We have these fig trees that keep dying back every winter because they're not protected by anything from the north wind. And then every summer they come back, but I'm like, they're never going to fruit if they don't stop dying back in the winter. But we saw something pretty exciting today. We have figs. I'm super excited. My daughter went and she's the one who showed you. Now they're tiny and it's the beginning of August, so I'm not sure we'll actually harvest any of them because people are already harvesting their figs from their mature trees, but you know, a girl can dream. We might get some figs this year, so that's exciting. But that's what we have done this week, and we are pretty much done. We don't have, other than planting, I don't really have any other garden chores, planting and harvesting, which doesn't need to happen every single day. So next week we get to start school. Yay! I don't know, some of the kids are excited, some aren't. But anyway, this is the Back to Eden garden tour for us for beginning of August. And I will see you next week. Have a good week.